I'm Bianca Cline, and I'm a local 600 cinematographer. I've been to Sundance, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 times. I went to film school here in Utah, and so I started coming, and I just come every year that I'm not working. I'm here in Park City, come to Sundance. I think it's always great to have like the best crew possible and the best trained crew. And most of those people happen to be union, because if you're any good at your job, you're going to end up being in the union. So it's really, to me, it's fairly essential to have union people on your show. We're about 20 feet away from the ICG, a room full of 600 cinematographers. And I think that, I only ever get to meet other cinematographers when I'm at film festivals. And so, it's such a wonderful time to meet other people who go through the same things that you do and have the same ambitions, but also like fears and troubles. And, how do you do it? And what do you do? And it's just really great. I feel less lonely when I'm around so many other, 600 cinematographers. Indie festivals are really amazing because they put films forward that don't generally have the same advantages that like a studio film or something that's made by someone who's going to put it out. It's a really great way for people to all come together and see a whole bunch of films in a short amount of time and see, what's really great that might have otherwise gotten overlooked if it was a limited theatrical or somewhere on streaming that you don't quite get to see. It's like they're really championed and celebrated in these festivals, and so you get it's a real career boost for everybody involved. I would say I try not to have go-to gear because I think that everything involved with the cinematography and in that creating that visual language needs to be bespoke for whatever that story is that I'm telling. So I try to customize whatever gear I'm using for that film. The union's really fantastic. On my last film, they were very involved. They were there on set quite often, and they were very helpful in managing things and making sure that the crew felt good and safe and comforted. And I also think it gives me a lot of legitimacy in a way, because if you're in the union, then people know if you have worked hard, earned a certain level of training and knowledge, and that you somewhat know what you're doing. I think the union it's really great because they fight for trying to get us what we need. And I think that's, invaluable. I worked on Napoleon Dynamite, and when that premiered here 20 years ago, that was like really cool. As well as last year, Sundance did a 20th anniversary, and I got to see all people I worked with and that sort of thing. That was pretty fun. I think it's one tragic, also maybe too early to tell. I hope that everybody can be positive and that we'll make something really good. We've built up this film industry over the last 100 years where it's just amazing, and you have the best technicians and you've got all the gear, and it's so great filming in LA. And now people are like, oh, well, it's too expensive, we have to go to another state or another country. And I think that's awful. It's like people can't, I hope that community and infrastructure doesn't disappear because people can't last for much longer. So I hope that we're really positive and keep fighting, and that people bring movies to LA.